In this video, I'm gonna walk you through behind the scenes using the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. So basically, I'm gonna show you all my connections, the way we connected the cameras, and I'm gonna show you how we connected the internet because the event was outdoors and we did not have access to an actual router or internet connection. And I'm gonna show you obviously all the fun stuff working with this amazing switcher, like recording on external SSD and the ability to actually be able to use your mobile data to live stream without any issue. So let's not take much time, let's get right into it. What's up guys, my name is Sam from Lab Production Tips and Tools and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, consider joining the family by subscribing and let's navigate the live streaming world together. Just to give you an idea, the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO is one of the ATEM Mini line switchers, and it has a maximum of 8 HDMI inputs, which means you can connect up to 8 cameras for live streaming. It has a streaming engine and recording engine, which means you could be live streaming and recording at the same time. And the only difference between the ATEM Mini Extreme and the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO is the ability to be able to record every single camera individually using the ISO model, okay? But also you'll be able to record an XML file that you can use. Let's say if you made some mistakes switching, so you can take that file in Premiere or DaVinci Resolve or any editing software and be able to actually go through all the cuts that you made and actually be able to relink the original clips. Let's say if you recorded using your actual cameras, you can relink those clips within Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve and be able to actually just use the clean images, with the juicy color information or whatever you may get from the camera, be able to color grade and everything. So that's basically the big difference between the Extreme and the Extreme ISO model. So enough about all the juicy, amazing, cool stuff about this switcher. Let me just show you how actually we're able to use this switcher to live stream an outdoor event. So basically, let's start with the inputs, camera inputs. We actually had 5 cameras in total, but we end up using 4 cameras. So we had 2 Panasonic GH5s. As you can see, we have one is on the main kind of subject, is our main camera, and then we have the second one is kind of capturing the audience a little bit, mixing close-ups and wide angles. It has a zoom lens on it, okay? And then we have the third one is actually a Nikon DSLR and is capturing, it has a huge zoom lens, I believe up to 300 mm lens, and it's capturing basically the audience and then goes to the stage at the same time. And this is the camera, and we have the third camera actually on the other end of the media booth or the control booth, and that camera has actually a wireless transmitter, so it's transmitting the image through this HDMI wireless transmitter, and it actually works fine. But the problem we had, the actual transmitter that we were using has a little bit of delay, so we were not able to use that camera for, like, let's say people talking, because you notice that there will be some delay on their lips. So we were able to use, actually, which is a hack, to use this camera for, let's say, for the audience, where we nobody's talking and nothing needs to kind of be in sync. So that's how we were able to use this camera, and was kind of going around capturing all the areas in the crowd that we could not reach using our cables. So for the longer HDMI cables, we have 2 cables, each has 100 feet. And I know you'll be like, yeah, how can you use an HDMI with 100 feet? It's actually some HDMI cables that we got. It's been over 2 years from Amazon, and they have this little kind of booster thing in them that they are able to run long distances, and they have been working for me. I mean, I've been using them for over, I believe, close to 2 years and never had problems with them. So if you're interested into this kind of HDMI cables, I'm gonna put links if I can find them on Amazon right now. But other than that, people have been using, if you want to run long distances and you don't want to use SDI, you can also try using optical HDMI. So that's a new thing. So haven't tried those, but people been saying good comments about those. Anyways, moving on, let's go to our HDMI outputs. So basically we are only using one HDMI output to output the multi-view, and we have this small HDMI screen showing us a little bit of everything, and that's how we're running it. We were not able to get another monitor. That was my wish, to get another monitor showing the actual program out, but for this particular event we wanted to keep it small because it was outside and we didn't want to carry a lot of stuff. Okay, so moving on our USB-C. So we have, as you know, we have two USB-C on the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. So we're able to actually record the entire event using an SSD drive, as you can see on one of the USB-C, and the second USB-C is actually being used to connect the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO to the computer, so we can be able to kind of control and have the ATEM software control on the laptop. For the Ethernet port, so we had this 4G Wi-Fi / internet router that you can actually buy a SIM card and put in there. You can actually go to your local mobile internet provider or mobile phone provider, and they'll give you a SIM card. And what you do, you actually buy a SIM card as if you were using it in a normal phone, and then what you do, you have data over on that SIM card, and you put it in this small router, and what it does is you're gonna be able to live stream or that kind of use it anywhere you want. As long as you have a signal on your phone, you should be able to actually use that mobile data from this router and actually be able to connect it. It has Ethernet ports, so we are able to connect this small router to the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. At the same time, we are able to provide internet to anyone or any other computer that may need it. So let's say we had this computer that we're using to live stream, so to be able to connect our stream to YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So we are able to actually connect the computer at the same time on this small router, and everything works seamlessly with no problem. As for the recording, we actually didn't record each single camera specifically just because we didn't want to. We didn't need all the files, but I'll be making more videos hopefully, and show you the the workflow, how to actually record every single camera and get the file and kind of edit the file and everything. So I'm hoping to do more videos about the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. So stay tuned and make sure you subscribe. So the last port obviously is the power. So it's just connecting the power to make sure the ATEM Mini is powered. As for audio, the ATEM Mini has two microphone or audio inputs, and it has one headphones output, and that's what we were using to capture the audio. So we have a little mixer on the side capturing everything going on sound wise or audio wise, and it's sending one audio signal into mic 1 input, and that's where we are able to get all the audio from. Keep in mind, all the cameras, they are sending audio as well, and all you need to do is to make sure you disable all the audio coming from the cameras, so you don't get some interference and some weird sounding audio mixing the audio coming from the mixer, because that's the clean one, and the audio coming from the cameras. So all you need to do is just disable all those signals coming from the cameras. Of course, we have to monitor the audio with headphones. Even though personally, you know, you don't have to keep your headphones on because you can see all the audio levels and what's going on the multi-view, because you get all the audio meters, which is really great. Okay, so as for the monitoring, you have, you know, we have this small monitor and we have all the cameras coming in at the same time. We can see all the audio levels and our main program, and we have some media players as well, you know, some, if you have some graphics pictures that you can kind of import into the switcher using the ATEM Mini software control. Once you have all the images loaded in, you can be able to actually display them using the physical unit on the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. Personally, my personal experience working with this switcher, is an amazing switcher. It's very affordable, and I believe if you're planning on doing live streaming for your church or any kind of big events, I think this is a good investment. Okay, one thing that I would say honestly, because it's not a big deal for me, but it may look intimidating at first. Okay, it's not really huge and it has a lot of buttons. Okay, that's the only thing that I would say that this switcher has as a problem. So at first, the first time you are going to use it, you may be kind of overwhelmed and you may be scared because, you know, by looking at all the buttons. Okay, but again, I'll say all you need to do for the first time, honestly, is to know camera 1, camera 2, the big buttons, that switching cameras. If all your cameras are connected, maybe you may have one media player, you know, like a picture or some graphics on it. Again, I would say just start simple. Make sure your audio is coming in. Make sure you're switching all your cameras either on auto or cat, you know. And as long as you know that and you know how to record and live stream, you should be okay for the first time, at least for the first time. Then as you move forward, you'll be able to learn more tricks, how to do the chroma or the luma keying, how to do all those complex production scenes, you know. The last thing I want to say about this switcher, this is a 1080 full HD switcher, so it's not gonna give you 4K. If you want to live stream in 4K or record in 4K, this is impossible with this switcher. Would I say it's future proof? Not really, but I think we still have a few years before everybody moves to 4K. So I think if you buy this switcher, you're good for at least 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure, but I think we are still safe for at least 5 years before we start moving everything to 4K. If you remember how we moved from standard to full HD, I guess it's gonna be the same thing. So 4K is gonna be the new normal. But again, I believe with this switcher, you're still good for at least 4 to 5 years. Okay, so other than that, I thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you like this type of content and you enjoy this video. Make sure you stay tuned because I'll be dropping more videos about this switcher and other camera and live streaming tools and tips. So I'll see you on my next video. Take care.